Hello everyone. Our group visited Panam Restaurant in Antilles, a casual French dining spot with 63 indoor covers and over 240 covers on weekend evenings. During our site visit, we identified 3 critical problems in the kitchen. A single door being used for both food going out and dirty dishes coming in, a dishwashing zone that was generating 37% of the total facility movement cost all by itself, and a verbal coordination system breaking down at peak service. We built a custom tool to quantify all of this and show exactly what our improvements would achieve. This is the Panam Kitchen Flow Conflict Analyzer. What you're seeing right now is the current kitchen layout. The zone color tells you the load intensity. Blue is low and red is critical. And those red X markers, those are the flow conflicts. So places where food going out physically crosses dirty dishes coming in.
Now, let's take a look at the numbers. This is our craft cost matrix. Every significant flow in the kitchen ranked by frequency times the distance. And the total cost that we got is 1010.5 units. You can see here the 3 highlighted rows, which are the main problem. Dining to dishwashing with 252 units, pass to dishwashing with 122.5 units, and dining to kitchen door with 80 units. So just those 3 flows account for 37% of all movement cost in the kitchen. And notice what they all have in common. Dishwashing appears in 2 of those top 3 rows. That's not a coincidence. The dishwashing zone is physically far from the pass zone, so every dirty dish return is an expensive trip. This is what Craft tells us. Repositioning dishwashing is the single highest impact change we can make. Now let's look at the flow conflict tab. The tool also detects 5 flow conflicts. 2 are critical, the kitchen door being used in both directions simultaneously, and 2 are high severity, dirty dishes crossing the active food service zone, which is both a hygiene risk and a congestion source, all grounded in the directed flow path principle that we learned in Chapter 3 in class.
Now, watch what happens when you apply our 3 improvements. The conflict markers are gone. The dishwashing zone has moved adjacent to the pass. The pizza oven opening is now the dedicated food out channel, and the kitchen door handles dishes in only. So we have 2 completely separated flows with no intersections. Here's the quantified impact. Total craft cost drops from 1008 down to 725 units, which is a 28% reduction. The 2 dishwashing flows alone drop by over 200 units combined, and the dishwashing zone load goes from 87% down to 70%, which eliminates the queue that was forming every Saturday night peak. Plus, 4 out of 5 flow conflicts are fully eliminated, and our true output model shows that smoother flow at 240 weekends covers translate to roughly 8 to 12 additional covers per service, which makes a real business impact.
The last thing we want to show you is why this tool is not just useful for Panam. Any group in this class can use it for their own restaurant project. When you click Configure your restaurant, you get this panel. You enter your own kitchen zones, name, position on the grid, size, and how busy each zone is. Then you enter your flow pairs, which zone talks to each other, how many trips per hour, and what distance. Hit Apply and Rebuild, and the tool completely regenerates. New heat map, new craft table, new conflict detections, new before-after comparison, all from your data. It works for any kitchen layout, any restaurant size. The underlying logic is always the same. Craft cost computation, directed flow path conflict detection, and before-after layout comparison. We built it specifically for Panam, but we designed it so you can adapt it to your project in under 5 minutes.
To summarize, we identified real operational problems through our site visit, and we applied craft and SLP methods to quantify them. And then we built a custom tool that makes the analysis interactive and reusable. The tool reduced movement cost by 28% and eliminated 4 of 5 flow conflicts. And it produces outputs that any group can adapt for their own restaurant. Thank you.